What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn your post notifications. Today, we got a bit of a different video. We're gonna be doing a trimmer versus trimmer, the brushless motor edition. So what I'm gonna be doing is giving you guys 3 options to look at as far as the brushless motor category goes, breaking down the specifications, what the actual trimmer comes with, and how they operate behind the chair. So as you've seen by the thumbnail, you know what the 3 trimmers are. So we're gonna go ahead and get into a quick overview unboxing of what each of them come with, and then also demonstrate how they operate as far as balling out, lining up, and things of that nature. So let's get to the specifications and unboxing section of this video, then we'll get to the demo.
Look, I just flipped the switch.
All right, everybody, for today's video, the 3 trimmers we will be looking at are going to be the Stylecraft Saber, the TPOB X, and the Coco Hyper Volus Pro Trimmer. I think that's how you say it. So we're gonna be looking at these 3 trimmers and seeing how they operate behind the chair, looking at the specifications for each of them, and then doing a demonstration towards the end of the video so you guys can see how they stack up against each other. All right, y'all, so the first trimmer we're gonna start off with is gonna be the Stylecraft Brushless Saber. It says professional metal trimmer with digital brushless motor. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick overview here. It says premium hyperallergenic gold titanium X Pro wide flex blade, high torque, low vibration, digital brushless motor, runs at 7,500 RPM, offering more powerful and efficient cutting. Full metal trimmer provides 4 hours of continuous runtime with a 90-minute charge time. Includes cleaning maintenance kit, mini screwdriver, charging cord, zero gap blade setter, and stand. Equipped with black diamond, the one deep tooth cutting blade for crunchy to smoothest cutting with no pulling or snagging, and gold titanium X Pro wide fixed blade for sharpest lines. Long life digital brushless motor offers more efficient power transfer for smooth operation and reduction of heat. Fully adjustable blade can be zero gap for the cleanest cut, the closest cut and finish. Lithium ion battery delivers 4 hours of cordless runtime. Fully adjustable blade can be zero gap for the closest cut and finish. Lithium ion battery delivers 4 hours of cordless runtime with a 90-minute recharge. Can be used corded or cordless. Heavy duty full metal body and skeleton design exposes the blade for 360 of visibility. Universal micro USB rechargeable for seamless worldwide use. Includes zero gap blade setter, cleaning maintenance kit, mini screwdriver blade, regulation charging cord, and charging stand. 1-year warranty. All the same information on the bottom there. And Stylecraft Pro, made in China, distributed by Stylecraft. All right, let's go and open up the box here. And on the inside, you're gonna have your trimmer, of course, but it does come with a stand. There is the stand. And I'm sure underneath you have your cord. So you have your user manual, you have a screwdriver, micro USB, charging cord, oil, and brush like you get with every trimmer. And then I'm going to close this up here, and we'll look at all the trimmers last. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up and get to the Coco trimmer. So here's the Coco trimmer, Coco Hyper Volus Pro Trimmer. Got the branding on the top, on the bottom, and on the side here. All metal alloy aluminum housing, digital gap graphite blades with hard angled tapered deep tooth, high torque BLDC motor, high speed, strong power, USB charging, lithium ion battery, 3 hours charging, 2 hours running, ergonomic hand grip design. On the back here we have professional high torque brushless motor, version 2 world-class BLDC motor. Version 2 delivers ultra smooth, unmatched power, low noise, and longevity for an ultimate cutting experience. Long lasting, fast charging lithium ion battery charges to full charge in 3 hours and provides 2 hours of runtime, allowing continuous usage for busy days. The blue light will blink while charging is in process. Once fully charged, the battery indicator illuminates to a solid blue and you are ready to go. All right, let me read this right. So you get 2 hours of runtime for a full charge in 3 hours. So it takes 3 hours for this trimmer to charge fully for you to only get 2 hours of runtime. I think that's what I'm reading, y'all. Digital gap standard blade for detailing and outlining. Coco Hyper Volus Pro Trimmer features a world-class digital gap standard blade with an integrated skin protection system. The digital gap standard blade provides superior performance with touch and go lining. Coco Hyper Volus Pro Trimmer plus special design. Coco Hyper Volus Pro Trimmer features all metal aluminum housing with ultra lightweight technology, making it ideal for professional use. The special design gives better visuals while cutting, while it helps to get precision results every time. Includes cordless charging base, USB Type-C, and A ports. So let's go ahead and get this open. Coco wants to make you work for it, so you got the little slide top, and then you got to open up the other box here. So here's the inside of the box. Of course, you have your user manual. Disregard the color on the box and the actual trimmer. I got these from 2 different people. One person had the trimmer, one person had the box. So I was able to get that and do this video for y'all. So shout out to them. I'll leave their IG somewhere in the description box. You can go follow their IG. They got great work too. But here's the trimmer. We'll get to that last. Inside though, we have a charging port. You have a cleaning brush and your charging cord. And then on the other side here, you have, I'm guessing that's where the actual charging port was, but that's what you have with this one right here. So you got a cleaning brush, charging port, and charging cord. And I want to go ahead and look at all the trimmers after I unbox the X for y'all so you can see what comes with that. Last but certainly not least, probably the best, we got the TPOB X, 180 minutes of runtime, all metal body, Psycho DLC blade, 7200 RPM brushless motor. Y'all got in the back TPOB X high torque brushless motor, 7200 RPM, 13,600 strokes per minute, 2200 battery, gives a 3-hour runtime, all metal body with an ergonomic and balanced design offering low noise level and our quietest performance yet. DLC Psycho blade with our twisted tooth cutting blade for the crunchiest cutting ever. X on the side, TPOB on the top, and on the top. Once you open the box here, we have our trimmer, of course, but we also have our user manual like every trimmer has, every clipper has. Open this box up, you have your USB-C charging, you have your power block, you have a brush, and you have a zero gapping screwdriver. So that's what comes with the TPOB X. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the trimmers taken out so you can see that side by side, and we can do a little sound test with all the trimmers. So here are the 3 trimmers in hand. We have the SC Saber, we have the TPOB X, and we have the Coco, the high Volas trimmer, but such a long name, gotta make it difficult. But anyways, that's beside the fact. I'll break down what I think initially by looking at all these and then break down from there, but they all have a metal housing like I said. So here is the Stylecraft Saber, very boxy design, and honestly, in my opinion, I don't really care for the shape of this trimmer. It's very bulky, for one. Secondly, when I first seen this when it came out, it looked like a toy to me, something that you can get like one of those, you know, barber sets for kids type thing. Like that's the type of vibe I got from it, but it is an aluminum casing. It is a lot lighter than these ones. So at first I didn't know that this was aluminum until I read the actual box. So yeah, that's my overall look for that. I'm not a big fan of the all gold color, and this is like straight up all gold. But there is the X Pro blade, and out of the box, it comes adjusted pretty close. And I will be doing the demonstration with all of these trimmers right out the box to give you guys a sound test. So there's a sound test for y'all. And this one, I believe the box said runs at 7,500 RPM. So next up, we have the Coco trimmer. There is the Coco trimmer. I do like this type of body style more. It's more sleek. I'm not too up on the different tones. I like a more solid colorway, but this is a better feeling trimmer in the hand. There's a sound test for y'all. Has a blue LED indicator light. And then on this one, it has the blue LED indicator light as well. But for the trimmer here, the blade, it better be set pretty close, because if y'all don't know what digital gapping is zero gapping with a electronic microscope. So hopefully this is set very close. They're using something to help their vision, give it a lot more closer look. So that's how this is gapped. So that's what digital gapping is using a microscope to get the blade set close. So $85 blade for them to gap it with a microscope. So there's the trimmer. Like I said, sound test, turn it on. You can kind of see the branding on there. It doesn't pop too much, but overall, I dig this weight of it, and it's more sleeker. So I like that over the SC. So these two right here are gonna be a better feel for me personally, just right off the bat, just because I like the shape. Now, last but not least, we have the TPOB X. We got the slime green, you got the power switch on the side, you got your hanging hook and your charging port. And that's one thing I didn't look at for the Coco for y'all. It does have a ring on the bottom, a little hanging hook for y'all that tucks away. It pops out like that. And there's your charging port. And then on the SC, you don't get a hanging hook, but there is your charging port. Now, one of the biggest things I like about the TPOB is that everything is like fluid. It just all flows together. It's just all sleek and it all flows together. It is a metal housing. Out of all of them, I feel like this one feels the heaviest out of all three trimmers. But we'll go ahead and turn it on and give you guys a sound test. So as far as noise level for all three trimmers, it's going to be the Saber the quietest, the TPOB the next up, and then the Coco the loudest. So I'll go ahead and turn them all on for you so you can get a better sound of all of them. So it's very close between the Saber and the TPOB X on the sound wise. And one thing I did notice is that the Coco trimmer did not have an RPM listing on the box. So we are gonna do an RPM test so you can see how much RPMs this trimmer is running at. If I'm not mistaken, these two right here run faster than the Coco trimmer, and these two right at the moment are quieter than the Coco trimmer. So I don't know what's going on there, but we're gonna do an RPM test so you guys can check that out. All right, so we're gonna do an RPM test here. I got this RPM app here. I'm gonna go ahead and run the RPMs for every single trimmer so you guys can see that. So we got the Stylecraft running at 7186.7 RPMs. Next up, we have the Coco trimmer. The Coco is running at 6,621.5 RPMs, so a lot less than the Stylecraft. Last but not least, we have the TPOB. And the TPOB is running at 7,186.7 RPM. So the TPOB 7186.7. So these two are running at the same RPM, and then the Coco 6621.5. So the slowest trimmer out of all these is the loudest. All right, y'all, so there you have it. There are the three trimmers. We went through the unboxing of everything. We went through what comes with each of the trimmers. So far, just based off of the unboxing and the packaging of every tool that we went through, I'll have to say that I dig the TPOB X branding a lot more. Reason being, it's more simple. It's a lot simplistic. I like the neon green with the splatter on it and all that stuff. The Stylecraft boxing, it has a little magnet flip. That's cool. But the Coco and the Stylecraft have a lot of information. Like, it's overwhelming how much information you have on the back of that box. I like simple things. So the TPOB boxing for me takes the cake on that. And then when you get down to the runtime and the charging time, I have to say that the Coco loses that battle with a 3-hour charge time to a 2-hour runtime. That just don't make any sense to me at all. Next up, you have the Saber, which is a 4-hour runtime to a 90-minute charge time, I believe, and the TPOB X, which is a 3-hour runtime to a 90-minute charge time. The other thing that I think the Coco loses at is going to be the sound test. Now, this trimmer is a lot less RPM, but it's the loudest one out of the bunch. And it comes down to the Saber and the X as far as the sound test goes. And once again, I'll do that for y'all. So Both very quiet trimmers. I wish I had a decibel reading machine. I don't know what those are called, but I wish I had a machine that I could give y'all the decibel reading on. But these are both the quietest trimmers out of the bunch. And that's pretty odd because they both run at 71, 86.7 RPM, which is about 500 more RPM than the Coco trimmer. So as far as the noise level, Coco loses again. But we'll have to get to the demonstration portion. Like I said, as far as overall look, I have to say the Saber loses that battle. I really don't dig this all gold colorway. The boxy shape that it has is very bulky and it looks like a toy in my opinion. So for me, I have to go as far as shape wise. It's gotta be one of the bodies of these two right here. The metal is a lot more solid. It feels a lot more premium. It's a lot weightier than the actual Saber. And so Saber loses that in my opinion. And what else do we got? These two come with a charging port. I'm not really concerned with the charging port. I plug all my clippers in on the side. And yeah, charging ports don't really faze me because I feel like they can get bulky on your station and take up a lot of space. Some people dig charging ports, some people need to have them, some people need to have that stand on their station. I personally am not one of those type of people, so that doesn't really bother me. Overall, those are what I'm feeling right now about all three trimmers. As far as the blades, the gold blade on this one, I told you, is set pretty close. It's not completely gapped to where I don't think it'll be biting anybody. The Coco, like I said, is gapped extremely close. And reason being is that it's gapped with a microscope. So it better be gapped pretty close because that's what digital gapping is. And then lastly is the TPOB X. And this one is gapped very close as well, right out the box. And these are all out of the box, how we're using them. So we're gonna go ahead and do the demo now, give you guys an overview of how they balled out, how they edge up, how they line up, how they take curves, how they edge up straight. All that stuff we're gonna try to do and put into this video so you guys can see an overall view of that. Now, breaking down things by price point, that's another thing. So the TPOB X is selling at 99.99 GBP, which is the pound system. If you transfer that to USD, it's going to be running at about $127. But if you use promo code JBlends, you can save yourself 15% off, so it drops that price down just a little bit. But on the website, 99.99 GBP, which equates to about 127 USD. Now the Coco trimmer, I seen on their official website, $195 before tax. So $195 for this trimmer here. And then the Stylecraft on their website as well, $195 for the Stylecraft. So that is the price point for all three trimmers. So you don't get a charging dock with this, but do you really want to pay $70 for a charging dock? Because essentially that's what breaks the price down as far as these three trimmers go. These two are $195, $127. You know, you do the math, you break that down how you want, but that's what you're paying for. So let's get to the demonstration portion of the video so I can show you guys how each of these tools works behind the chair.
What's good, everybody? So we're at the demonstration portion of the video. You can see here we used all three trimmers to go down against the grain with it, with the blade facing down. You can see here how each of them operate. I have to say that the X trimmer and the Coco trimmer got a lot closer with that demonstration portion. The Saber did leave a little bit more stubble than the rest of them. And even on this portion right here, you can see here the X is taking out the Saber. The Coco and the X trimmer are performing extremely similar to each other. This time we got the blade facing up and going against the grain, and you can see how they're stacking up. So they all operate, I would say, similar. The Saber doesn't get as close of a cut compared to the digital gap blade and the Psycho blade. The X blade, or the X trimmer, and the Saber do have roughly the same RPM. Like I had stated earlier in the video, the Coco's got less RPM, but that digital gap blade got very close compared to the Psycho blade and the trimmer blade out the box due to the digital gapping, like I stated. But they're all eating through the hair. They got all types of different textures, and you guys can be the judge of how they operate. You guys can be the judge based off of what we're doing here, all the different types of edge ups we're doing, all the different types of balding out we're doing with them. As far as the blade heat, on all of them, I did not notice any overheating of the blades on any of the 3 trimmers. I will say that using the Saber on the curved portions, it was a little bit more difficult than the X and the Coco. Reason being, I feel like the shape has a lot to do with it. That boxy shape kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to navigate around those round areas. The sleeker aesthetics to the Coco and the X trimmer made it a lot more easier to navigate around tight corners, tight spaces, and just be able to get in there around the ears and just areas of that nature. Now in this video, I'm offering you different types of hair textures so you can see how they operate through each and every type of hair texture. Now, like I said, these are all brushless motors, so they all are going to operate roughly the same. It all comes down to, price point, and it comes down to what's offered in the box. It comes down to design. It comes down to what your preference is. But I just wanted to throw everything in here together so you guys can get an overall look of how they all operate behind the chair, and just give it an equal look at what they can do and just the capabilities of each trimmer. So for every haircut that I did this day to make this video, I used the trimmer on each and every one of the clients, and just to get an overall sense of how they're chopping. So another thing that I noticed is that the Coco trimmer did drag a little bit underneath the beard areas. I don't have any specific videos of that, but it did snag a little bit, and I think that has to do with that how close those blades are gapped. But the Psycho blade is performing phenomenally against the Coco digital gap blade. The Saber blade, the one blade is what's on there, and I feel like that isn't getting as close, like I stated before, as close as the Coco and the X trimmer. Now, overall, the weight of the X trimmer and the Coco trimmer are more of the type of weight that I would go for over the Saber. So it's just a lot of different things that you have to take into consideration when choosing what trimmer you would like to buy out of the 3. So for me, right now, the X trimmer is going to be winning that battle overall, just for the simple fact of price point, the type of design it has. Also, the Psycho blade, like I said, the Psycho blade is unmatched right now. It's competing heavily. The Psycho blade you can find at the TPOB website. You could also find on Amazon for $34, and the digital gap blade is $85 on their website. The one blade, I believe, is running at like 50 something on the website as well. So for me, I feel like the X trimmer is the overall best buy. It's that Psycho blade is just going crazy with the lines, with the shapes, with knocking out bulk, with getting close to the skin, and yeah, just overall, that's what I'm thinking right now.
Alright everybody, so we went over the specs, we went over the different designs of everything, went over the blades, we went over the performance of everything. And for me personally, out of all 3 brushless motors, I'd have to go with the TPOB X, just for the simple fact of it's outperforming, and just economically it just matches what I would like. It's $104 on Amazon. You can buy it at the pissedofbarber.com as well. It's $127 roughly USD, but when you use the JBlends promo code, it'll get you 15% off that total as well. So if you're overseas, you want to get on to the pissedofbarber.com website and order off of there. You don't have Amazon available. If you're in the US or countries that do offer Amazon, you can get those on Amazon, and they are $104, like I said. So the TPOB X trimmer is going to win this battle for me. This is the overall GOAT of all trimmers that I have used to this point. And one of the things that a lot of people, say, oh, you are a sponsored barber or you have a promo code with this company. Please understand also that I have had a promo code with Stylecraft. I got offered a promo code from Wall. I've used all types of different clippers. I've used Babyliss, I've used Oster, I've used Andis, I've used what other companies out there? I've used Caliber, I've used TPOB, I've used Supreme, I've used other brands that you can only find on Amazon, and Made Show. The amount of clippers that I have used is countless, and I have to say that I have a great knowledge of all the types of different trimmers that are out there. And even the newest trimmer out there is the Cyborg, which is basically a saber with a metal body. So overall, out of all the stuff that I have used, the TPOB X trimmer is the GOAT of all trimmers. It is the go-to behind my station. It's the one thing that I grab for lines, to bald out, all of that. I can use it on kids, I can use it on elderly folk, and it's not biting on nobody. It's not biting underneath on the beard work. It's giving me crisp lines. It's getting super close to the skin without even having to use a shaver. So for me, the TPOB X is just going to be the overall go-to, and you cannot beat the price point. So for me, like I said, TPOB X is the choice for me. So you guys have to decide for yourself what you think would be the best route to go. With that being said, if you would like to use my promo code, you can use promo code JBlends to save yourself 15% off the pissedoffbarber.com, or you can go and find TPOB on Amazon. Just type in TPOB in the search bar on Amazon. You'll be able to pull up all the products and find the X trimmer there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see something similar to this with clippers or other different types of trimmers, rotary trimmers, stuff like that. And let me know, and we'll try to get some more videos made in that aspect. So I appreciate everybody for clicking on this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn your post notifications. I really appreciate everybody who stuck through the entire video. This is a lengthy one, but I just wanted to cover all the bases and let you guys see all the information, get all the analytics, statistics, and all that good stuff, all the stuff that you have on the box, the different types of specs behind every one of the trimmers and how they perform. So once again, I appreciate everybody for checking out this video. Once again, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. It helps out the algorithm for sure. Drop a comment down below, and until next time, God bless.